So we're back again with yet again another episode of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. In the last episode, we made our way to the sand ship and defeated the pirate that was taking over Skipper's ship, and we have defeated him, and now we take control again. Even though we really never have to begin with, but I don't know why I said again, but we're here again. Alright, but why am I back at Skyloft? Well, it turns out that I was wrong about a certain something regarding the bow. It turns out that you don't need 6 Dusk Relics and other so on and so forth about whatever that list was that I mentioned in the last episode. It was kind of non-pertinent just to the bow, but more of like the bow and everything else after it. So, you know what? I just realized that I can upgrade the bow fully, so I'm here doing. I know that I don't have to do this, but I'm doing it for the sake of productivity and saving time because I am just a man of productivity. So, hey, only 100 rupees. Go ahead and do it. It's worth it if you have the resources. So, if you want the best result out of your bow, just in general throughout the dungeon, then go ahead and do this at Skyloft. You've upgraded to the Sacred Bow. It uses the sacred power of the goddess to rain a terrible force upon your enemies. Yes, please do. Alright, that is about it. The shield and the quiver will come momentarily after the dungeon, so I'm just going to go ahead and point that out right now. So we're going to go and leave Skyloft and get back to the temple. Let's go. Okay, so one thing that I actually did forget to talk about in last episode is if you leave Nayru at this point, when you're in the sand ship and you want to come back to the sand ship like an easy way, go ahead and pick any of these off to the west, and, I don't know, let's say Ancient Harbor, and Skipper will be on the pier just waiting for you. So if you want, you can just go talk to him, and he will straight up ask you if you want to go back to his ship. Just like, right now, let's go ahead and talk to him. What's up, buddy? Ready to shove off. Zert. To the sand ship. Right. I'll take you to my boat. Verm. Alright, this is where I wanted to leave off. So, since we're out here again, and we have the bow, again, you don't need to fully upgrade it for the dungeon. It's totally up to you, but again, since I'm productive, I have the Sacred Bow now. Yay, it looks awesome. So, make your way outside at this point and go ahead and shoot this eyeball right here, thus unveiling a time shift stone. Master, I have important information for you. There is a 90% chance that the object you see over there is a time shift stone. If you could deliver an impact to it by some means, it could have a significant effect on the ship. Oh, fie with your tongue twisters. Alright, so with that, we want to go ahead and shoot down a so-called lifeboat as well. But before doing that, we have to go ahead and hit the time shift stone because look at these ladders. There ain't no way we're going to climb that without shooting that time crystal first. Alright, go ahead and aim up and give it a strike. It's looking pretty. Oh no. Now we can never go back. No worries though. But hey, since we can legally climb these ladders now. Hello, Bokoblin. Go ahead and just climb up here. And I think the next step that I have marked down would be to, yeah. Also, by the way, I totally forgot to talk about something. Since you have the whip, and you can just go ahead and snag off the monster horn off of this dude, you can just go back and leave throughout this part, or, that door down there, because we don't have a key to... Why? Why is it at this angle? Why? Okay, never mind. Anyway, I'm gonna pretend that I didn't see that. Leave out of any door. It could be that one if you have the key to it, but we don't right now. And just come back outside and re-snag that monster horn. And you can get infinite monster horns from this dungeon. So this is a pretty good, if not the best place to grind for monster horns. So, yeah, the next step that I have written down on this list is to go ahead and lower this lifeboat. Don't worry, we're not going to go ahead and use that quite yet, but just go ahead and lower it anyway, because it's going to save a step in the future. Pretty cool. Alright, now we have to make our way upward. And how do we do that? Well, there's a big old ladder screaming my name right there, so what do? We have to climb. We have to climb. Alright, all the way up. We're off to unlock the stone. The wonderful Stone of Oz. Alright, don't worry, it's actually not that bad. However, if I were you, though, I would probably go ahead and just pick off most of these guys just chilling out here. You could do it from down there, which is a more recommended spot, but go ahead and just whack him down. And just spin him. It is pretty cool to, like, kind of fight them like, an actual pirate would, but go ahead and shoot this eye right over there. And knock down that zip line. Alright. Now, since we have an arrow, we can get arrows from the guys shooting at us right from afar. We want to go ahead and pick off these guys as well. So just kind of go ahead and get these guys if you can. If we have the range for it. I, Link, am the best marksman. Go ahead and ride up this zip line here. And we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the opposite side. Let's go ahead and bop that. Alright. Coolio. Cool beans. There is one more bokoblin just chilling and guarding that keyhole for the time shift stone. So go ahead and just take him out so you don't have to sword fight him while you're up there. When you make it up there, that is. Neato. Alright. Now that we're here, we can pick off this dude just right off in that distance because we're going to need to make our way right where he is right after we do this. So go ahead and just give this a jab and reset. Now the time shift stone is unlocked and that door is also unlocked. LSP. Good job, Weep. Now the ship looks just like it used to for Weep. That makes me so happy, Verm. Now I just need you to go rescue my crew, Weep. I'm pretty sure they're being held in the brig inside the ship. Zert. X marks the spot. It's still pretty dangerous here, so I'll just wait in the boat. Zert. You can do it, Verm. Alright, and with that done, we want to go ahead and make our way where we're facing right now. So go ahead and just zap off that eyeball right in the distance there. And go ahead and raise the zip line. Raise that zip line. And I know that we can go straight into the unlocked door that we just unveiled again. But, however, there's something of great importance off on this side of the ship. Alright? If I'm so bold to recall, there is a claw-shot target right in front of me. You can go ahead and... Actually, no, this is the wrong way. This is the wrong way, but you know what? This is a pretty good way back up, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump and down. Alright. Now looking off this way. Where are we off to now? Okay, when you jump down, that is a better way to reach the claw-shot target, so... oopsie on my end. But go ahead and just make your way right there. And you could also try and get that claw-shot target, but it will be pretty difficult because it's meant to get back up. But just go ahead and jump. Alright, jump down, and this chest right here contains something of great importance. Go ahead and see what awaits inside. This is the 17th heart piece. Pick this up outside of the sand ship after you unlock the time shift stone. 3 to go. Alright, now, before we go anywhere back up, we want to go ahead and play the harp right over where these butterflies are. It's not required, but if you just want some extra items, some of that extra goodness, go ahead and give this a little visit. I bet everybody knows what I'm going to go ahead and draw. I need fundage. The rupee, the usual rupee. That is a horrible rupee. And it's still... and it still works, and I get a silver rupee out of it. That is beautiful. I like those so much. Anyway, fundage, this is good luck. Good luck for that episode. Anyway, let's make our way back up now, which requires shooting on this thing. And then shooting on this. And then making our way back there. And then shooting back there. There. That ought to do it. Alright. Pretty awesome. Now we can jump back down this ladder here. And go back to where we came. Okay, so now that we went ahead and made our way back into here, I'm actually supposed to go back outside and reset time back to the present, because I will show you why. If you want to save time for a good cause, I will show you why. Give me just a second. Yeah, these were trapped here, because for one... Actually, no, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Ignore me. Ignore me and my terrible claims. I thought for a second that this was going to trap me in and electrocute this little path, just like it is right here, but no. Since Fi is calling me, just go ahead and talk to her. Master, look up. You can reach the time shift stone on the deck through this ventilation shaft in the ceiling. What does that mean? What does that mean, Fi? I'm not going to go ahead and shoot it, but I'm going to tell a story. My uncle treated me to chicken and steak and vegetables on the weekend for not missing a shot in our archery session. He said you just got to pull on the string all the way back there and just pop that alligator right in the head back down there. And you should be all good. Alright. With that done, we can just go ahead and get this chest. That's a funny little fictional story that I just went ahead and told, but... Alright, dungeon map time. That is pretty awesome. Alright, now we can just go ahead and pull this lever down. And after getting the dungeon map, you want to go ahead and shoot something here in the hall. Since we have it, back in the present, we can go ahead and shoot. I wouldn't say shoot, but you can. I don't know why I'm wasting a bomb there. I could have just easily taken him out with an arrow since I forgot that I had the bow. But what we are looking for is an opening on the wall. Alright? You want to make sure that it's present time because otherwise this fan will be in your way, but looky at this cookie. So your objective now is to go ahead and pop this eyeball. Right in there. Alright, since we've done that and unlocked the door, there will be the next objective in this room. Okay? So, our goal now is to go ahead and open that. Now, we can't actually access it yet because, looking at it, it is blocked by a block. Blocked by a block. That's pretty. Keys. Stop. Monster Claw. I will take a Monster Claw. Pull this all the way back, and then step on the switch. Then turn around. All the way around. Game, why? Why do you position me this way? And then just go ahead and pop that switch in there. Alright. Now we want to go actually go ahead and leave this room. And then leave, and then go ahead and take the first door on the right, actually. No? No? It's through here. On the left. I can't decide my positions. I can't do that at all. Now we actually do need to go and make it the past time. What am I doing, LSP? Why you do this? Alright. Don't cry. Don't cry. We got this. We got this. We need this. We want this. We want this. We need this very much. we want it to be past. The past time. Bam. And now we can go ahead and enter that room that we activated with this mechanism thing. When I said first door on the right, that would imply that I went over here and made it present time, and then went back over here. First door on the right, this. I misread myself. Okay, so, want to go ahead and get this dude on out of here. Get that dude on out of here. Kill him. Alright, now we can activate this thing there. Master, I'm detecting very strong vibrations. Signs indicate that activating this mechanism has caused something within the ship to begin moving. The current situation is difficult to accurately assess, but I suggest hurrying to the crew in the brig and freeing them first. Will do. Alright. We're looking all good in this room, so we can just go ahead and leave right now. And we want to go into the last door on the left, which is what I'm going to go ahead and look at. Because in here, we need to also do a little objective that involves a switch. Ah, I got electrocuted. Why? Why, Bacalba? Why? Alright, get him on out. And we want to go ahead and take this block and push it all the way on that switch, just ahead of us. Just ahead of us. Alright, now that we've done that, it doesn't look like we can really do anything in this room yet, which means that we have access to the lifeboat. See why I lowered it first? Yeah, it's picking with you. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot our way on up. Alright, now we're just gonna go ahead and make it the present time, and then go back down right after we switch it to the present. We have bad sails now. They're all torn and cracked and crumply. We can go back down. Why? Because we have access to the room that was electrified off. Okay, now that we've done that, we can go ahead into this room and then shoot the time shift stone again. Where are you, sir? There you are. I see you with my little eye. Even though I'm partially blind in one eye, I can see you throughout the other. Alright. And the next generator is right here. Master, I'm detecting strong vibrations again. The current situation is difficult to accurately assess, but I suggest hurrying to the area beneath the crew in the brig first. Alright, now we have to just go ahead and yoink this lever down and allow ourselves out. Alright, let's leave. And then head back into, I think it's, is it this room? No, that's the one that we just, no, we already did this. Let's go back into this room right here. Alright, we want to go back out of this room. And instead of going into the lifeboat, we want to go ahead and make our way into the left hole. Left hole in the wall. And just go ahead and let it go. This will allow us into this part. Alright, yeah, it looks all ominous now. But go ahead and just make your way in this door.
Moving parts. I'm terrified by moving parts. I don't know why I'm doing this.
Alright, not gonna lie, See that lever in there? You probably want to pull that down, even though it's not required, but I probably would if you want to save your health, like, save yourself a headache and, 30 minutes of, like, trying to backtrack, but, alright, just getting that point across. I can go ahead and go in this room. See, it's being nice to us now, but I can guarantee you in, like, a minute it's not going to be very nice, because as soon as that raises, you want to go ahead and just go. You want to move. Alright. This part, honestly, is not required, but I'm going to go ahead and just open up the map. Where is it? Looky, looky. So much treasure in one room. We are going there right now. In this little part. Get out the whip, and then look there. And we want to go ahead and stop. And then make our way, like, kind of just raise ourselves up. And then swingy swing back and forth. There we go. And then up the ladder we go. Treasure. Get ready for about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 treasure opening animations because they are corny and very classic. What's up? Treasure chest number 1. Evil Crystal. Coolio. Next. What are we looking at? You got a silver rupee. I feel like a celebrity already. But you know what? It's fine. It's totally okay with me. What's up? What's up? Next treasure chest. Alright, monster horn. This well-crafted horn is made of sturdy animal bone. Next. I'm getting a lot of fundage and resources in this room, which is cool. More fundage. I feel like a celebrity again. Anyway. Last one. Another evil crystal. Alright. We are done with this room. Let's leave and head out. Yeah, jumping down is kind of awkward there, when you're just... Yeah. It's like Twilight Princess when you're in the Arbiter's grounds and you want to make your way into the hall, but like you're a wolf. Go ahead and just make your way through this corridor. Now, we want to go ahead and take a looky very carefully because I think that we want to just go ahead and jump there. Now, getting onto that one is the trick. The trick to it is, I think, just kind of... That was the trick. Jumping onto it as it raises. I kind of improvised there, but you know what? I am totally okay with it. Now, what did I say about this lever? We want... When I say want, we want to raise this. Or lower those bars, is what I meant to say. Anyway, crawl in through the hole and find out what lies within. Within the hole. Sprint, sprint. Yeah. If Link was a pirate... I would just give him all the doubloons. Give him all the doubloons. Where has the rum gone? You have to find yourself a girl, mate. Anyway. Pull this lever down. Little dudes. The 3 little dudes. It's gonna be alright, guys. You're a human, right? How did you get in here, Zert? So you came with Skipper to rescue us, You've made us so happy, Zert. Really, Verm? You came on board to find Nayru's flame, Zert. If you want to reveal Nayru's flame, you're going to have to regain control of this ship, Weep. The control room is next to the brig, but its huge door is sealed shut, and you'll need a key to open it, Verm. First, you should head to the captain's cabin, Zert. The control room key should be in there, Weep. Please, take this key as thanks for rescuing us. This key will open the door to the captain's cabin. Weep. We have small key. Thanks, little buddy. You can get to the captain's cabin through a door on the deck, in the back. But I'm getting out of here, Sorry to leave you on your own, but you look like you can handle it, Zert. We're counting on you, weep. Alright, now, with that done, where's the other two guys? There was 3 of them in this room. Where did they all go? Did it just not, like, show the cutscene when like, the other 2 left? But, you know, that's it. Skyward Sword is gonna be Skyward Sword. You know, Skyward Sword, Skyward Sword. Alright, going ahead to leave, and we're going to find out where the captain's cabin is. We all know what to do with the drunken sailor. Alright. We can leave out this door. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and double check the map because I don't want to leave any straggling treasure chests behind. Looks like we're all good. Yeah, this is a pretty solid dungeon, not going to lie. Alright, leaving. Now we can, yeah, we can head back to the lifeboat on the other side of the wall. That's pretty good. Alright, leaving and going outside of this part. Get the bow and raise ourselves up. You know, I'm not sure if anybody's seen that little, you know, like fan-made little film called Thumbtanic. It's like Titanic, but with thumbs. It's like the most hilarious shit that I've watched in years. It's really old, I'm not gonna lie. But man, that is hilarious. It's just a little thumb, like a bunch of little thumbs, like real-life thumbs with faces on them from, you know, real people, and reenacting the movie Titanic even more in a silly fashion. I watched it at my cousin Axiom's house when I was like, I don't know, 11, 12, 13 or somewhere around that era, but every time that I play this dungeon, I cannot help but think of that little scenario. It's ridiculous. Anyway, since we have the key, though, we want to go ahead and find the door. Find the door that's locked. And this is it. Right here. You know, I made it oopsie. I made an oopsie, and I have to actually make it to the present time. Let's go ahead and just check our little time right here. It looks like we are goody-good. Goatee-wugs. Alright, I didn't really get his monster horn, but I don't really care for it. I have, like... I'm gonna be okay from here on. Anywho, go ahead and get the bow, and get out the bow, and go ahead and shoot that thing. Right? That thing, the little thing right there. And make it present time. You're gonna make it present time. Anyway. Alright, and heading down, we are going to see that we have sand. We have sand to go ahead and blow, but not, of course, before peering into this room, and we're not looking too hot in there. It's gonna be frantic, but you know what? I'm looking forward to it. Red rupee, and another red rupee. Fundage is fun. Fundage. Alright, go ahead and just take these Arakas out. Jelly blob. Don't mind if I do. Alright. Now, get out the bow, and reset time. Back to the past. Bam. Alright, go ahead and just chop this dude down. Stay away. Hit me. Hit me. That's how we do it in Louisiana. Alright. Now we want to go ahead and step on this switch. Switch. We got a switch here. Nintendo Switch. Anyway. Aim to that hole and get that switch right there. Unlock that door. Entering and getting off the switch. That thing will shut. And go through this thing. Now, we want to be awfully careful in this room because if we go ahead and take a peeky, we have Beamoses all over. The answer is right here in front of us. And, hey dude, it was that easy. It was that simple. And they put 3 Beamos in one room and expect me not to use the bow and just take them on by sword. But you know what? I'm good. I got the sacred bow. I feel like a champion now. But hey, we have the squid carving. It's a squid-shaped statue studded with intriguing suction cups. Alright. Since we did that, and we're looking all ship-shape, it is time to unlock that infamous boss door. With that, let's get to it, folks. You know what? For poops and giggles, give me your whip. Give me your monster horn. I'm taking that with me. Jumping off of that. And heading into the door. I think we all know where it is. It's on the very bottom, so... jump cut time. Okay. I actually wouldn't say the very bottom, but like, 2 floors below the first one. So, hey. What's up? What's up, Beamos? Time to chop you in half. I kind of don't like it when their heads rotate, because you have to like kind of wait at the right angle for you, so you can be able to shoot them in the eye. But hey, double checking. No more chests, and we're looking pretty hot. All right, squid carving time. You want a little life hack? Yeah, a little life hack is right here. Yeah, it was that easy. Just make sure that it's aligned and the red pupils on the bottom. I don't know why it's that. I don't know why they made it that way. Alright, we're not looking too good, boys. This is a Titanic moment. Who hit an iceberg? Oh man, that's a sad story. A report, Master. Judging by their size, these tentacles belong to a monster of considerable size. The current situation is difficult to determine with complete accuracy, but signs indicate that this ship is under attack. If we do absolutely nothing, there's an 80% chance that the ship will capsize. I recommend forcing it back with sacred power, then exiting to further assess the current situation. Oh, sacred power can only mean one thing, boys. Let's go and thrash forward. Alright. Cutting these tentacles out of the way, we can head... barrels. 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 Not looking hot. Not looking hot. Now, you can actually try to swim underneath that water, but it's actually impossible. I've tried. The little gauge, you can try swimming, but you're not going to get very far. So you got to ask yourself one question. Do you feel lucky? Well, do you, punk? Anyway. Alright. Ooh, we have barrels. We have barrels. Barrels, barrels, barrels. Evade. Evade. Stop and go. Stop and go. Alright, tentacles. Sacred power. The power of soldier. First class, soldier first class Link on the job. Soldier first class LSP is on the job. Jumpy jump. Oh, I literally saw his tentacles moving in a shadow. That was kind of freaky. I don't know if that was just me, but I saw something that looked like a shadow of a tentacle just before I jumped. But here we are. Warning, Master. I sense an evil presence on the other side of this door. There is a 90% chance it is the primary body mass of the creature whose tentacles are destroying this ship. I suggest making all necessary preparations before exiting to the outside of the ship. What preparations could I make? What can I possibly do besides the fact that I only have like 6 arrows short of 30? Fi. Thanks for being an assistance. Alright. I'll bite. Abyssal Leviathan Tentalus. Awaken the Kraken, shall we? I've eaten squid every day for the past freaking 20 years, boys. I'm good to go. Whack that tentacle, and go ahead and just chop them away. Just kind of want to keep this up until he shows himself on the outside of the perimeter. Just kind of get maybe like one more tentacle. That'll work. We just want to go ahead and look for him and find out where he is. Hello. Hello, Mr. Tentalus. Fancy meeting you here on the outside of the ship. We already got him, and we're looking hot. Red hot. Very hot. Perfect. And then round 2, I'm sorry, is pretty much the same thing. Just whack his tentacles with sacred power when they come up through the floor, and he should show himself on the outside. Just kind of keep at it going through that, and we should be looking good. Oh, I didn't charge all the way. Dang it. Dang it, dang it. Just keep this up. Alright, we're looking good. You know, this does remind me of, I want to say, Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest, because when I saw that movie, I was like, I'm totally a Pirates of the Caribbean fan. Who isn't? Captain Jack Sparrow is just funny. He's funny. Anyway, choppy chop. Round 3. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not throwing shade at the Wii version, but you see how it's kind of raining right now? On the Wii version, it looked like it was snowing, but there was like no snow anywhere else. I'm kind of glad that they kind of sharpened up the HD version on the Switch, so hey. It is what it is. It's only the Wii version. They're gonna remaster it anyway. They're probably gonna remaster this one. Who knows? Not, you know, not leaking. Not gonna go ahead and leak any, you know, so-called things that Nintendo would possibly do. But I got grabbed there. Thankfully, no health was taken from me. So, yeah, let's go ahead and chop. Enough with getting grabbed. Why? It's not even grabbing me all the way. It's like a just invisible bubble of air. Ouch. Alright. Enough with the tentacles. I can see why round 3 is so freaking hard. Why is it so difficult? Why? Alright, there. That took me a good minute. Alright. Aim for his eyeball. Whoops. Move. There we go. Alright, and up the block we go, and the second phase shall begin. Alright, so this little mark right here, you kind of just want to go ahead and stay put on it, and just go ahead and chop these tentacles away. Pretty self-explanatory, although they kind of get annoying when, if you actually do stay still and something actually does happen, they get a hold of you at some point. Whoops. Alright, get him there. And then step on this little symbol. I think it's kind of cool that they did that. Alright. And this should be the last time, I think, we should do this, and he should be gone. Tentalus should be done and over with, hopefully. Ouch. Spin attack? Maybe spin attack? Ouch. Why, tentacles? Squidward Tortellini? Anyway. Go ahead and just give him a bop right in the eye. And that is it. Tentalus is done. The sand ship is done and cleared. Heart container. Thank you very much. Replenished by 1, and that should make 16. We're looking good, boys. Alright, we all know the drill. The flames of Nayru have transformed your blade, expanding Fi's powers. She can now help you use your dowsing ability to search for more objects. With your sword enhanced, you can learn a new melody. I recommend that we return to the Isle of Songs. Thank you for getting me my ship back, Verm. It may have been half wrecked, but my crew and I got it shaped up to almost proper working order in no time, Vert. I wish you good luck in finding whomever it is you're looking for, Weep. Come visit again. You are welcome anytime, Weep. Alright, that has been the Sand Ship. What an adventure. That has been an amazing dungeon. It can be confusing, like, almost 90% of the time, but you know what? It is just... I love that dungeon. It brings back, like, so many aspects of, I think, the Wind Waker in many ways, even though it's, like, just... Wind Waker didn't really have a dungeon named after the, you know, a ship. More of, like, just the pirate ship. But you know what? It is what it is. So, in the next episode, we're going to find out what awaits us at the Isle of Songs and call it there. So, stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, or anything else, and peace out, everyone.